I gave myself 24 hours to speedrun getting over it, and if I don't have the golden pop by then, which takes 50 wins to get, I have to eat this cat food. So far I've beaten the game 3 times, so let's get started. I started off my first run fairly slowly, but I was able to get through Orange Hell, the hardest part, first try. And I'm not going to say the rest was smooth sailing, there were some bad parts, and the hat. We don't talk about the hat. I proceeded to the bucket where I must admit I did a little bit of raging, but Ice Mountain turned out pretty fast. Now the run was basically done, right? No, Radio Tower, which is supposed to be easy, took me my entire lifespan to beat. It's like I lost my skill as soon as I started this challenge. My first run was faster than this, but I got through space and was greeted by 29 minutes, my first sub 30 run. The next run, I messed up on Orange Hell, so I reset, setting this as a viable option to get faster runs, which is also one of my goals. But little did I know how much this habit would hurt me. Here I even got to the bucket jump, but I reset. So I ended up hitting 23 hours before I could even get the second win. At least it was sub 30 though. After a few hours of practice, I was starting to improve and was able to get sub 20 consistently. But on my 11th run, I just so happened to get a sub 15. I decided that I didn't want to do anything worse than this from now on. I played a little more, but with 19 hours left, I was losing motivation. But I decided that I needed to get one more run tonight. Just one. And I have no regrets. I got a 9-minute 38-second run. That was crazy. And to think, I even thought about resetting because of this fall here. But I decided to end on a good note and come back tomorrow. I warmed up with a decent 8-minute run, but after playing a little more, I realized something. I was getting worse. I started falling off at Orange Hell, messing up easy jumps, and still sucked at Radio Tower. I played for a few hours in hopes of de-rusting myself, but it wasn't getting better. I don't want to exaggerate this, I was still getting good runs, but no PBs or big achievements. Time kept going and I started to massively improve. On the tree. Nah, but time kept going and I gotta show this clutch moment right here. But moments later, I reset the fun way. I know I'm talking about my runs getting bad, but why? It's not like everything was getting slower. I would just mess up on one part and want to reset. The runs I did keep were out of annoyance by messing up a good one, but the vast majority of the game was getting better. I was starting to understand the movement. Getting over is hard to learn, but once you gain a skill of the physics of it, it becomes oddly satisfying. You start to learn why one jump gives a result and something so similar could be completely different. There's something about stringing together the movement in one fluid motion until these random things stop you for like half a second and ruin your momentum. Looking back on it though, I started to develop new ways to complete a section, and by the end, it became so natural and normalized. With around 15 hours left, I made a decision to stop resetting so much, so my skill wouldn't only be in the early game. Also, I wasn't doing too good on those 50 wins. As time went on, I can't even say the tree was getting better, but once I stopped being so strict with resets, I noticed the results. I got a 10-minute and 30 run. I started finishing runs even when I didn't want to, and with 13 hours left, I made my amazing return. I realized that messing up a jump didn't mean the end of the run. I wasn't good like that yet, but I was good enough to be getting those consistent sub 15s. Radio Tower though, I can't speak on this enough. It was such a run killer. I would be on PB pace and then take 2 or 3 minutes just to beat this thing. But at the 12th hour, I was just popping off good runs after good runs. I was unstoppable.
Stop the cap!
But now I'm going to take a little detour. You see right here, it was about 13 minutes away from New Year's. I want to do a run first though, and I had to finish it. I placed extreme importance on this for no reason. So to start out, well, we don't. I fell at Chimney, but still didn't reset. After this, I was going fast until I beat Orange Hell. I was so scared I could barely think. Hat jump took me a while, and I almost lost hope here. I had a decent anvil jump and got through snowballs. I arrived at the bucket jump. This decided the fate of the run. But look at this, I got it first try. Okay, maybe second try? Damn, this run's dead. But I didn't stop, unfortunately. I literally threw myself off this cliff. Ain't know I was about to lose this chance to this, so my adrenaline kicked in and Diogenes clutched up. Not even pro speedrunners could do this, like move this kid aside. I got the world record now. I got through Ice Mountain fairly fast for my skill at this point and came to Radio Tower. This was the moment. Would it kill yet another run or spare me? Well, it took 45 seconds. This probably sounds bad, but I still had a chance. So after going past the final meteor in space and beating the game, I checked the time. I had 2 minutes to spare. This doesn't sound like a lot, but that's 15%. Not to mention, I had a 10:28 run. If I had reset at Chimney, I would have had a new PB, but I wasn't holding a grudge about that. Well, that's the end of the mini story. With 11 hours left, I felt like I was improving, but I only had 26 wins. I overlooked it for now though. Plenty of time to get the rest. But one more thing happened at 11 hours. I was on an incredible run. Ice Mountain done at just barely less than 7 minutes. Radio Tower though, ruined it again. I slipped back down Ice Mountain, and what should have become a sub 8 run became a 15-minute run. I was really mad, but I knew I had to finish this the next day. I played some more, 10 hours, 9 hours, 8 hours, but this was just going downhill. The runs weren't bad, but I was just resetting too much, and worst of all, I lost hope on a new PB. I just had to continue mindlessly grinding for the time being. I got to 6 hours and only had 31 out of 50 wins, but still, I didn't care. Finally, at 5 hours, something incredible happened. A new PB. 9 minutes, 22 seconds. Yeah, 16 second save and still no sub 9, I don't care. But the next run, a tragedy occurred. I was on PB pace, and this quickly too. The radio tower wasn't even the villain here. No, I actually beat it pretty fast. Space. I hit directly under this rock and spent 52 seconds in space. If I had only taken 20, I could have sub 9. To be honest, not much happened until 2 hours left. I had 42 out of 50 wins. Easy, right? I would have to average 15-minute runs, not even counting resets to get this. For the first hour, I was at an okay pace, but I got greedy here and tried to make space faster. We don't talk about this. This set back time a lot, and I could not mess up again. I finished the first of 2 hours with 45 wins. I needed 5 in 1 hour. My first run was off to a bad start with me falling off Orange Shell, but I was able to get this done pretty fast, a little below 13 minutes. My second run was a huge time save, a new PB in fact, totaling at 8 minutes, 53 seconds. My third run was good, with a 12:26, 2 left. This one was 11:49. I had plenty of time for the final one, about 14 minutes, so I was quite confident in my ability to do this. Well, to start, I fell at Orange Shell. Twice. Oh, hold up. 3 times. But after the 4th try, I got it. Now here, it was still possible. I would just have to play quite well. Hat jump took me forever here, so I'd fully lost hope. I'd got into the final snowball, just behind the bucket jump. But it was here where I heard the piercing sound of loss. The rest of the run went fine, nothing crazy, good or bad. It took about 5 minutes. And so, it ended. I was off by 1/288th of the time limit. If I hadn't fallen here, I would have made it. But that's how it went, so finally, I got off the game for one final time. But something didn't feel right. The golden pot wasn't truly mine, was it? Also, if you want to see how I beat Spider-Man Miles Morales without dealing damage, check out this video here.